Hey, this video is taking a look at Shadow Warrior 2, a first-person shooter made by Flying Wild Hog, who have also made, funnily enough, the first Shadow Warrior and Hard Reset. I feel like I must stress they are actually an indie studio, but in a lot of ways, in my opinion, this game can rival any other AAA title of its genre. Yes, if you couldn't tell, I am enjoying this game quite a lot. I can make comparisons to Doom. It's very much in the same vein of fighting waves of enemies with an impressive arsenal of weapons at your disposal. If you enjoy games such as Doom and Serious Sam, then I absolutely, without a doubt, recommend this to you. I am playing on PC, and I must say the performance is just beautiful. As a PC gamer, we always hope our games run buttery smooth, and Shadow Warrior 2 absolutely does. For the amount I've spent on my PC, you're always kind of in bated breath about performance issues. The last thing you want after so much investment is having a rushed PC port. This isn't the case here. Hopefully you can tell from the footage it's running at a consistent 60 frames per second with pretty high settings. I have a Nvidia 980 by the way, a card which, fingers crossed, can last me a good few years. Now my impressions are based off of a few hours. I've done a few missions here and there and feel like I've gotten the gist of what's going on. Shadow Warrior 2 has made some changes to the format. From what I can recall, from the first game you played out stages on a strict linear path. In this game, however, things have kind of opened up. You get your hub, which acts as a small village. From here you can access 2 different shops, and you can talk to some NPCs to be given quests. I really like this change up. It would have been very easy for the devs to just stick to what they know with the old setup of stages and levels, but here they're definitely trying something new, and so it truly feels like a sequel and not just an expansion. Additionally, they've also added a new gaming mechanic of being able to slot on gems to your weapons, which in turn can add elemental damage. When you're out in the field and you're targeting an enemy, some information will pop up about its strengths and weaknesses. If you notice something is vulnerable to ice, then you might want to select one of your weapons with that particular elemental damage. It's very cool, and it's nice to have this bit of extra depth to the game. Yes, it does have a very Borderlands feel and look to it. I am in no doubt that they could have been inspired by this game, but it's such a good design feature to have that I'm glad they've gone in that direction. So it is following a more non-linear path. You can choose from your map which missions you want to do next, including side missions. The areas themselves feel pretty fun to explore. There'll be chests lying around which can pop up on your minimap, and it's also entirely possible to go back to an area just in case you missed something. Undoubtedly, I've skipped several Easter eggs already. The enemies you're up against have some pretty good variation. There's humans, scorpions, suicide bugs, demons, pegs, and cyborgs even. Who knows what else at this point. The enemies do feel fresh to fight against, although the shotgun seems to be really effective against just about anything. In times of crisis, I always grab the shotgun. It's just way OP. But I love that. It's just too much fun to get in the faces of enemies and blast them away. And speaking of the weapons, there are indeed quite a lot. You can even buy more from the guns dealer back at the hub. I'm not actually sure if I even want to purchase any though. I don't particularly feel like I need them, not at this point at least. From my weapon wheel I already have pistols, an SMG, a chainsaw, a shotgun, twin blades, a sword, and even a bow. I feel like I've got all my bases covered already. There's also personal upgrades you can give to the protagonist Lo Wang, such as health boosts, increased ammo, and power up certain skills. This is all fairly familiar territory to those who played the first game. I am playing on normal difficulty. So far, it actually feels very forgiving. If you make a mistake and start fighting enemies with an underwhelming weapon, then yeah, you will probably start to lose health, but you can easily dart away from any encounter at quite the speed to regain health. This is probably quite a nice difficulty setting if you're just looking to have fun, and play through the game without too much brutality. I have heard that on harder settings, the ammo is more sparse and enemies become bullet sponges. If that sounds like too much of a headache, then just stick to normal. I haven't encountered any problems with a normal setting. If anything, it's maybe too easy? In this footage, I take on a rather gargantuan looking beast, which I kind of cheese by running away. That's often a strategy I like to use, backing off and baiting shit out one at a time. It seems to work. And then generally getting up in its face and blasting it with a shotgun. A shotgun which has a gem on it to do double damage at the cost of using double ammo. Seems like a fair trade-off. This game is very highly recommended by myself. I'm still fairly early on. If anything dramatically changes, then I can make another video. Everything is just so pretty and detailed, it's hard not to be repeatedly impressed by the areas you visit. Makes the violent carnage all the more enjoyable, I say. So yes, if you especially enjoyed Doom 2016, then go ahead and buy this. I really think support to games like this is important for the small indie teams behind them. As I said previously, they made Hard Reset too. If you want a taste at what they can produce, then try this game out first. It's probably a lot cheaper. So anyway, that kind of wraps things up for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye!